I'm Crafty Andy, and these are my thoughts. Abortion is one of those issues that's been settled long ago. Like if the earth is round, it's not even something that deserves to be entertained in a debate. Hell, if you look into America's favorite theatrical prop, the Bible, it even endorses it in Numbers, chapter 5, 11 through 28. And the priest shall bring her near and set her before the Lord. And the priest shall take holy water in an earthenware vessel, and take some of the dust that is on the floor of the tabernacle and put it into the water. The priest shall make her take an oath, saying, if no man has lain with you, and if you have not turned aside to uncleanliness, while you are under your husband's authority, be free from this water of bitterness that brings the curse. But ye have gone astray, though you are under your husband's authority, and if you have defiled yourself, and some man other than your husband has lain with you, then with the Lord make you a curse and an oath among your people, when the Lord makes your thigh fall away and your body swell. May this water that brings the curse expass into your bowels and make your womb swell and your thigh fall away. And the woman shall say, Amen, Amen, between her cries of agony. And the goddamn Bible even indicates a woman is more valuable than the unborn in Exodus. If people are fighting and hit a pregnant woman and she gives birth prematurely, but there is no serious injury, and the offender must be fined, whatever the woman's husband demands, and the court allows. Outside of that, it's not mentioned elsewhere. Despite over 60% of the country polling in agreement with keeping abortion federally legal, 90% of developing parasites who are inclined to have Down syndrome are aborted. Funny, the pro-lifers are all of a sudden taking into account one's quality of life and raising a person with Down syndrome when deciding to keep such a pregnancy, much less ones involving where the brain doesn't develop or it's just completely impossible for it to survive, one way or another. And despite majority approval, Roe v. Wade was overturned, allowing the states to decide on the matter, and big surprise, the red states are passing laws to outright ban all abortions and looking to charge fully developed women and doctors with murder. Really, what the majority thinks shouldn't matter as much as proven ethics. Like, if the majority of people want to legalize setting their neighbor on fire, should it be legal? No, but I do digress. Now, our country can be more like other places where abortion is banned, like the Congo, Iraq, Gabon, and plenty of other countries most couldn't locate on a map, like Malta, where a woman miscarried and the doctors were unable to do anything for her because of the anti-abortion laws there, even though they concluded her baby was dead and that she was at risk for a massive infection. So she had to fly to the backwards, dystopian land of Spain, where there is only chaos and the streets run red with the blood of the innocent. Look at this shit. She could also go to the other terrible third world countries like Finland, Norway, and Canada. These pro-lifers are celebrating right now in the US that there are a bunch of women who are being forced to give birth to babies they don't want. I don't know what it's like to be raised by parents who didn't want me. I can only imagine what this shit is going to be like for the people who are thinking right now, I don't want to have this responsibility, I can't afford this, I don't fucking want this. What kind of life is this child being set up for? Just put it up for adoption, as they say. Oh yeah, join the other 433,000 orphan kids being raised by Father Molestia and Sister Francine Dementia. I'm sure it'll be fucking awesome. Right up until the time they age out of the system, like 23,000 children do per year. All this time, whenever the debate comes up, I never hear about making improvements to the foster care system, except when it comes to trying to keep gay people from adopting them.
Conservative commenter Ben Shapiro thinks same-sex couples should not be allowed to adopt. His reasoning includes the fact that Mother's Day and Father's Day are different holidays.
He's also anti-abortion,
we don't
right?
have to say.
Look at the double-dipped, double-decker fucking shit sandwich he's feeding children. Number one, no abortion, so you get to be born to parents that don't want you. Number two, adoption agencies can't give you to a family that would love you and take care of you. You gotta stay in the fucking orphanage. What a compassionate fucking ideology you've got, Yarmulke boy.
I guess it works out though for certain kinds of people. The kind that don't want an educated populace. The kind that see kids born in vulnerable circumstances that makes them easy targets for Christian and right-wing groomers who seek to mold such individuals into believing things like God and not questioning authority, and that superstition is good and they should conform and obey a theocratic ideology above all else and accept whatever shit stack career their lack of ability and thinking grant them. Considering police precincts prefer not to hire smart people, and now the military is not going to even require a high school diploma or GED to be recruited, the generation of kids born to families that don't want them or take care of them will find a welcoming place within the future fascist enforcers groups. Speaking of sentient turds, there is an invigoration among such human beings who want to use this as a jumping off point to ban trans healthcare. Alabama's Attorney General says since states now have the right to ban abortion, they should have the right to ban gender-affirming care, something scientifically proven to help people in the crosshairs of the freedom-loving conservatives. They love freedom so much they have to try to keep it from everyone else. The idea of an entire state bullying the 20,000 trans people there is pretty frustrating if you look at where the state ranks overall in terms of healthcare at 45, education 47, economy 38, crime and corrections 43. Any effort to improve these areas? If your education was a little bit better, you wouldn't have a population dumb enough to support shit stains like Steve Marshall here. To showcase the significance of all of this, transgender people make up less than 1% of that state's population, and less than 1% of the entire country. And these fuckers want to label them as some kind of threat, destroying the nation? Are they armed with nuclear glitter bombs?
In case you haven't noticed, what they want to do is promote and normalize delusion in society. They are trying to redefine the most obvious and undeniable truth of humanity, which is that there are men and there are women, and the two are different. And you don't get to choose which one you are. And understand that once they can convince the culture that men can be women, women can be men, gender is just socially constructed, once they can achieve that, they can achieve anything.
Yeah, the planet's on fire, our resources are dwindling, but we really need to focus on whether this small group of individuals who are both too small to deserve equal protections regarding the law, but at the same time a threat to the United States' ability to operate, without having significant positions of power somehow. Give me a fucking break. The care and treatment of trans youth wasn't even a blip on the fucking radar for the last 40 years when it went on, but now it's a concern since the populace has since grown to accept them more. I say it's because the hate train on gays has run out of steam in terms of political platitudes, but that's the next line of rights set to be rolled back within the next few years. Was nice being married. Would have been great to work towards polyamory marriages next. Guess that ain't happening while I'm alive.
Quote, in future cases, we should reconsider all of this court's substantive due process precedents, including Griswold, Lawrence, and Obergefell. Thomas wrote in a solo concurrence referring to a 1965 decision finding a right to contraception for married couples, a 2003 decision that overturned criminal sodomy laws, and a 2015 decision requiring states to recognize same-sex marriages. Quote, we have a duty to correct the error established in those precedents. He's saying in his concurring opinion that we should not just ban gay marriages, not just ban contraception, but also ban sodomy once again. So they're trying to make being gay intimacy, illegal in the United States. So if you are a married couple 2-3 years from now, it's not just the case that your marriage might be invalidated, but you being in a gay relationship might be deemed illegal. That's where we're at in the United States once again.
I don't recognize the authority of the Supreme Court when it comes to these decisions that are against majority support, but more importantly, they go against factual ethics. Voting does not work. Take up no confidence. In order to change things for the better would be things I cannot say under the YouTube's TOS. But only in Minecraft. And let's not forget, while all this shit is going on, over 300,000 minors were married in the US between 2000 and 2018 alone. Of course, the vast majority were little girls and older men, but you know, that's okay. We just need to stop the gay people and the abortions from happening. I'm no medical doctor, but I thought it would be interesting to look into how to cause a miscarriage, just for fun. I'm not suggesting that anyone try any of this, especially without consulting a doctor of some sort or the laws within your state. But here are 10 natural ways to induce miscarriage. You know, for shits and gigs. Vitamin C, cinnamon, preferably not cooked cinnamon. Blue and black cohosh, I have no idea what the fuck that is. Don Qui, a herb used to reduce menstrual pain. However, it is also a substance which can boost your uterus and increase the strength of contractions, making it an excellent home remedy for natural miscarriage. You can take it with tea, or use Don Qui supplements, or even take it in combination with other herbs like blue or black cohosh. You know, mix it up a little bit. Parsley. All you have to do is steep a small bunch of parsley in a cup of boiling water and drink the parsley tea 2 to 3 times on a daily basis. Or you can also prepare a bunch of sprigs and put it directly in your vaginal cavity. Sounds like fun. Sepia and Sabina. Homeopathic herbal remedies. Well, you know that's bullshit. Next. Pomegranate. This fruit has seeds which contain a high amount of uterine contraction stimulating substances. Taking it during the early period of pregnancy will increase your chances of having a natural induced miscarriage. A green papaya. Cheese. You can even choose a wide variety of cheeses like Cumbert cheese, feta cheese, and other Mexican cheeses. Intense exercise. Preferably the Stairmaster, I imagine. Or you can just try things like yoga, acupuncture, caffeine, cupping. I have no idea where caffeine comes into play with intense exercise, but there it is. And there we have it. The 10 top ways to induce a natural miscarriage. From this website, parenting.firstcry.com. You know, the stories I keep coming across are just getting worse. So here's one for you. Ohio restricts an abortion for a 10-year-old rape victim. She was going to be forced to keep her baby. Now, as far as I know, 10-year-olds don't really know a lot about raising a child, and I can't comprehend one giving birth. So she was forced to travel to Indiana for an abortion procedure, which will probably be illegal in the next few months or so as they enact more laws to restrict travel out of state. Isn't that wonderful? And those are just my thoughts.
Where are you headed?
We were just out for a drive.
Headed to the border?
Oh, no. We were just going up to the...
Hey there. What's your name?
Grace.
Are you pregnant, Grace? Step out of the vehicle.
She does not have to...
Yes, she does.
No.
Show me your hands on the wheels, please. Grace, step out of the vehicle. On the wheel.
Grace, it's okay.
Subscribe, share, like, comment me ideas for topics and art. Patreon if you want early episodes, sketchbook access, and high-res downloads. Discord group to interact with me and other creators. Under the group name Horny Jail Alliance. Prints are for sale at the online store. Live streams on the Rotten A Creations channel. Some real weird stuff on the Weird Zors channel. Share, subscribe, like I said, goodbye.